Hey guys and gals, how you doing? It's Hooksy coming at you with a quick video. This one we're going to be talking about, kind of goes off this one quote that I heard. They asked General Norman Schwarzkopf, when he leaves this world, what he wants to be remembered by, what he wants to be remembered as. His response was, I want to be known as a good soldier that loved his family and served his country. That was deep, that was powerful. That brings a point, brings up to the subject we want to talk about. We want to talk about two things. We want to talk about that sense of well-being. In other words, who am I? And we want to talk about that sense of, purpose. In other words, what am I here for? Why am I here kind of thing. So we're going to be talking about spiritual resilience and unpack that thing and seeing how you could apply that to your life to be more resilient, to have another tool in your toolbox. Hey, first off, Air Force definition. Air Force's definition is the ability to sustain a sense of well-being and purpose through a set of beliefs, principles, and values. So that's what we're unpacking today. What's in it for you? First thing that's in it for you is by having this insight, one, you'll be able to cultivate and know a powerful thing that might be driving you and you weren't even aware of it. Kind of like underneath the hood of a car, the engine, you weren't even seeing the engine. Powerful thing that might be behind the scenes pushing you. The other thing, the purpose of what's in it for you is you have the opportunity right now to cultivate yours. If you find out yours isn't that mature, maybe it's not going to support you during that adversity. You got the ability to cultivate it to make it stronger right now before you actually hit that time. Let's see what else we're getting into. What else is in it for you is, during adversity, the situation is totally upside down, just blowing you off your feet. If you have that strong spiritual resilience, a side note, everybody has some sort of spirituality, because the spirituality I'm talking about is a sense of well-being, who you are, and a sense of purpose, what you're about, what your job is, what your role in life is, kind of thing. But anyways, when you go through that adversity, you'll have a tool to, help you to most successfully get out of it, help you most successfully get through it with resilience and bouncing back and just keep on pressing, baby. Let's talk about how we go about getting it done. Hey, first off, we want to look at your own definition. Answer these questions. Let's sit down and jot them down on a piece of paper. Take some minutes. Don't just blast through this thing because it's so critical. Take some minutes to write them down on a piece of paper. What are your spiritual beliefs? Who are you? What are you about? Go ahead and write those down and really think it in your head. Are they mature? Are they going to get me through that tough time when that tough time happens? I don't know. The other thing you want to do is think about, where you came up with these beliefs. Where'd they come from? And think on the other standpoint, who are sitting on this one concept that they told us about in the RTA training was board of directors. This is the individuals that kind of sit on your board. They may be real people. They may be fictional people. For instance, Cliff Huxtable, not Bill Cosby because he's not on my board of directors, but Cliff Huxtable is on my board of directors because I love how in that show deal with the family. And it kind of reminds me, that's how I want to love my family. That's how I want to serve my family. But anyways, who's on your board of directors? Who do you look up to when you have these decisions to make? Who do you look up to when you have these tough times that you're going through? Think of who's on your board. Okay, another concept you want to come up with is we thought about, what our definition, again, yours is going to be different than mine. Everybody's is going to be different. What your definition of spirituality was. We talked about who's on your board of directors. Who are the people that you look to for advice, on getting through situations, maybe real, maybe not real. Also, we have some people on our board of directors that serve as negative examples, people we don't want to be like when we encounter different situations. But anyways, last but not least, it's good to have spiritual reminders. When it comes to these spiritual reminders, it's things that when you're going through that rough time, you may be getting caught up in that negative thinking, but same things to reground you and help you remember, who you are and what you are about. Some folks that may be, if they're of a religious nature, they may have some things like WWJD. Some folks that are really, their family is what their purpose is. They may have slogans like, for those I love, I'll sacrifice. So what are your spiritual reminders? Write those down on a piece of paper. So when you're going through those tough times, you'll be able to use those, jog those to memory, and you can remember who you are and your purpose for being here. That's going to help you get through those tough times. But anyways, guys and gals, go ahead and look at cultivating yours, become stronger in it, because you don't want that adversity to catch you flat-footed. You want to have another tool in your toolbox to keep you bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Spiritual resilience, baby. Have a good one. Peace out.